Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. My name is Sarah, also known as Laugh Love Langella, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing my simple front porch styling for the spring season. We're also going to be doing a wreath DIY, so look for less for one that I found online and loved. So that will be towards the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. This is a little sneak peek of it. But I like to keep things super simple on our porch. We have 5 seasons here in North Carolina. The extra bonus one being the green season of pollen being literally everywhere. So I'm not putting pillows, a throw, I'm not doing any of that because everything will be covered in it. So we're keeping it super simple, but giving some more life to the space, especially after a more bleak, cold winter that we had this year. So let's get right into it.
The outdoor rug I'm using is older from At Home. This one is not available anymore, but they do have a blue version, and the braided doormat is older from Kirklands. And for my planter, I'm reusing my super affordable one from Walmart.
So for the planter, I have officially given up when it comes to planting real plants here. Our home is north facing. It gets beat on all day long with harsh sun. Nothing survives here. It either gets drowned because I'm watering it too much or I'm not watering it enough or something. I have a black thumb, not a green thumb. So I actually got some fake geranium florals on Amazon. Now they're not the highest quality faux floral, however, because it's outside and I'm gonna just leave it outside, I frankly don't really care that much. The ones that are inside that I see all the time, they're always in front of my face, that's where I invest money in my faux florals. I know Nearly Natural has some really great ones too for outdoor rated use, but I just don't want to be spending $100 on something that's going to be sitting outside. Maybe someday I'll see it being worth it, but for now, I got these really cheap ones. They come in a pack of 2, so I ordered 2 2-packs. And I'm just going to literally push these into the dirt that's already here.
I have seen some people find some really great outdoor plants at Home Goods. I have had no such luck, but crossing my fingers that maybe I'll come across something at some point of the season. And now I'm going to add this bunny that I had gotten years ago from Hobby Lobby.
And on the side here, I'm going to layer these lanterns. These are older from Hearth and Hand. And I have these faux candles that I'm going to put in here too. They're battery operated, so I can put them on a timer. So that way there's a little glow late at night. This wreath was just a placeholder for after Christmas decorating. It's very bare. It also, funny enough, we get some crazy winds here and our house is up on a hill as well. So when it is windy, it's very windy here. This wreath flew off the front door and went underneath my truck in the driveway a few times now because there's not enough weight to it. But I saw one on Balsam Hill that I absolutely love, but it's $200 and I know for a fact that I can do a look for less. So I went out and got some supplies and I actually made it yesterday. So I'll share this footage now of me making it so that way you guys can recreate it if you would like to as well. So for stems, I'm using a combination of new ones and a couple that I already had. These 2 I used in my spring wreath DIY last year. This was Michael's. They're a longer leaf eucalyptus with the seeded detail. This Ficus one is Hobby Lobby. I actually used this for a different wreath, but I picked up another one because that one I keep together. I got this bundle as a bush of roses. The actual stem and the leaves are not it, but we're only here for the florals. So I was able to get so many more just doing the bush rather than buying individual stems. And for a wreath that's going to be outside in the elements, even with the covered porch, I'd rather get the cheaper option. I'm not too worried about it looking real as much as trying to find something similar enough to what we're DIYing. Then I found these little like cedium type style little miss in the background. She's in her swing. I thought these were a cool contrasting color. I couldn't find anything quite like the other one, but it was close enough. And then they had just a slight pop of like a brighter floral. And I thought these were a really, really close match. And because it's spring and I want to bring in more of it, I actually got 3 of these. So I'm going to add more of this than their wreath has, just personal preference wise. But I'm excited to see how it turns out in comparison. I also have some floral wire and cutters to cut the stems and the wire, but let's get right into it and see how we do.
So I'm going to start off with my base greenery, and I'm going to lay the branches on top of each other going in the same direction. You almost want to treat it as if it's a garland in a sense for the thought process of it. So that way you don't have them laying different directions and not laying well or flat. So this is just the way that I have always built mine, is just starting off with my base and going all the way around, evenly spacing them out.
So now that I have all of the base greenery on, I'm going to go back in, and the ones that are pulling off the wreath, I'm just going to add a little bit of floral wire to tie it down.
Next, I'm adding my secondary greenery stems, which are these round eucalyptus ones. I did already have these and they're already cut into smaller sections, but I'm just going to be placing these in between the other stems, helping fill in the gaps. But now I'm going to grab this ficus stem that I recently picked up at Hobby Lobby. I'm going to pick off a couple of smaller pieces and then cut off stem portions as well. Again, filling in the gaps of the wreath to create more fullness and a layered dimensional look. Now I'm going to do the same thing, cutting apart this rose bush so that I have individual stems to be able to use in the wreath. I am opting to pluck off the greenery portion of this because it is very, very faux looking, and I just am not a fan of it even at a distance. So I'm going to omit that from it.
So because I bought the bush from Hobby Lobby instead of individual stems, I actually ended up with more roses than the wreath that we were doing the Look for Less for. But again, this is just an inspiration thing. We're not trying to make a carbon copy, but we're just going to place these throughout.
Just wanted to say a quick thank you guys so much for tuning into my channel today. If you are new here, I would love it if you would subscribe and join my YouTube family. And if you have been here for quite some time or even just a little bit, thank you as always for your ongoing support. It means so much to me. I hope you guys are enjoying the video. Be sure to give it a thumbs up if you are and would like to see more of this in the future from me. So now we're going to add these pink floral stems. These definitely make a statement on it and add that pop of color that will really just carry well for both the spring and summer seasons.
And the finishing touch, we're going to add these little blue cediums in the gaps here. So here is how the wreath turned out. I'm so happy with it. I only ended up spending about $30 at Hobby Lobby to make this. However, I already had the grapevine wreath. I already had the first base greenery and the eucalyptus stems. So if you factored those stems into it, it would probably be more so like 50, I want to say, but still huge savings versus the other one. And it's so pretty for the spring season.
And here is a finished look at my simple front porch styling for the spring season.
So that is going to wrap up today's video, friends. I sure hope you enjoyed seeing how I styled our front porch for the spring season and enjoyed the wreath DIY that I did. If you guys are going to recreate it yourself, I would love it if you would send me a picture. You can DM me on Instagram, you can email me, whatever. I will get to it when I get to it because newborn life. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for hanging out with me here today, and I will see you in my next video, friends. Bye.